A single mechanical spark takes less than 2 seconds to catch and can consume an entire room in under 3 minutes. Reaching for the wrong extinguisher during those 3 minutes often spreads the flames faster than the original spark. Before you even touch a canister, you must verify your own safety. Your absolute first requirement is a clear, unblocked evacuation path directly behind you. Your second requirement is a visual assessment of the fire itself. It must be small and strictly contained to its area of origin, like a wastebasket or a single piece of machinery. If you lack a clear exit, or the flames have already reached the ceiling, the extinguisher is no longer the correct tool. Misjudging these two conditions is how a responder becomes a casualty. If you spray a standard water extinguisher onto a live electrical panel, the current will travel directly up the water stream into your body. To prevent this, look at the classification system printed on the front of every canister. This diagram outlines your primary defense against chemical and electrical reactions, the letters A, B, and C. Class A stands for ash, meaning ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, or cloth. Class B stands for barrel, representing flammable liquids, oils, or fuel. Class C stands for current. These units use non-conductive chemicals to smother flames on energized electrical equipment without electrocuting the user. Matching the extinguisher letter to the fuel source ensures that you are not feeding the fire a new chemical catalyst that could trigger a localized explosion. In 2019, a factory worker in an auto shop noticed a grease fire in a parts cleaning bay. They grabbed the nearest extinguisher, a water unit, and deployed it directly into the boiling grease. Because water is heavier than oil, it immediately sinks to the bottom of the pan. The intense heat flash boils the water in milliseconds, causing it to violently expand and blast boiling oil outward in all directions. The worker suffered severe burns. The failure was the result of a mismatch in fire classes, attempting to suppress a Class B hazard with a Class A suppression tactic. Even with the correct extinguisher, emergency paralysis can take over. Workers often grip the handle and squeeze, only to find the lever locked. The mechanical solution to this is the first step of the pass method: pull. You must forcefully pull the metal pin out of the handle assembly. This action snaps the plastic tamper seal, physically unlocking the operating lever. Knowing which extinguisher to use is useless if the physical lockout mechanism is not aggressively bypassed first. Once the unit is unlocked, the most common error is standing too close and targeting the bright, flickering top of the flames. Aiming high fails because the top of the flame is just burning vapor. If you shoot over the actual fuel source at the bottom, the fire continues to feed and spread beneath the spray. This is step 2, aim. Maintain a safe distance of 6 to 8 feet and point the nozzle squarely at the base of the fuel. Step 3 is squeeze. Compress the handle with even, smooth pressure. Avoid frantic, panicked pumping, which interrupts the chemical flow and wastes the suppressant. Your distance and the angle of the stream dictate whether the agent smothers the fuel or simply splashes it. If the angle is too high, the fire continues to feed from beneath the spray. Official statistics show that over 30% of workers fail to extinguish fires because they empty the entire tank onto a single localized spot. While that center spot might cool, the outer edges of the fire remain active, allowing the flames to wrap around the suppressant agent and continue spreading. To prevent this, execute the final step of the protocol: sweep. Maintain your aim at the base and pan the nozzle in a steady, side-to-side sweeping motion across the entire width of the fire. Continue this motion until the fire is visually dead and you have utilized the entire tank effectively. The process doesn't end when the flames disappear. Keep your eyes locked on the spot, as hidden embers can quickly heat up, glowing red and sparking back to life. The pass method effectively transforms a panicked reaction into a structured mechanical sequence that ensures the fire stays out. Once the fire is fully suppressed, back away slowly. Never turn your back on the hazard zone until you are completely clear of the area. Always remember the situational rules. Only fight if you have a clear exit and the fire is no taller than your waist. Review your hardware. Match the extinguisher class to the fuel, and never use water on electrical or grease hazards. Run the sequence. Pull the pin. Aim at the base. Squeeze the handle. Sweep from side to side. Prioritizing this specific operational knowledge is the only verifiable way to ensure you go home safe at the end of your shift.